Test, test. There.
All right. Really? Varsity or JV?
Varsity. He came in. He says he's been roughing this year, and he's got a big thing of popcorn. I'm like, is this a good pregame thing? I didn't think the guy could probably get up and down the court.
Really?
He says he's enjoying it.
Has he done it before?
He says he has. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's amazing too. Different medications affect stuff. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Bob, does Carla start or whatever her name is now? Does she have a kid playing?
Yeah, not high school level. I want to say freshman, maybe eighth
Okay.
grade.
I see her parents down there.
Yeah, she's been to. She comes to a lot of games now.
What's
Is
her
there a
last
student
name?
on the roster?
Well,
It's
she's something
Fless. Fless.
Flats.
Hey Tim, wasn't number 10 the guy who played running back or quarterback for them? Who just destroyed us? Yeah.
I think so.
I think it was.
Name sounds familiar.
She told me, I said, she said if Mark answers when you call, that means I gave him his phone.
Yeah, she takes my phone.
What's
Huh?
is it getting better at Kansas?
I started at 3:15. I thought about having. I did two. You know, you go long anyway. I was supposed to do it like at 4 a.m., but I didn't. I moved it all. Yeah, you don't
Davis Kemper.
drink enough to drink. So you have to use good water. You got 12 pills. You got to take them all within 15 minutes.
That's why I have the 12 pills.
Yeah,
And
which,
no liquid
no,
though.
well, just water.
Water. There's no nothing.
So
Not bad.
you take 12 pills of water, and then you wait 30 minutes and drink another 16 ounces of water. Another 30 minutes, and then
It wasn't bad, really.
no.
So basically the pill does what the liquid
The
did.
liquid, the beer cup melts the stomach, and then
This way is so much better.
yeah, I had the reason I did them was I took a lot of medicine, so I didn't worry about that. But it came back all negative. I saw you drink beer. Yeah. Oh yeah.
James Tellman coaches.
Yeah.
What do you say?
Yeah.
Who's coaching?
James Tellman. And he played for Porter.
Hey, are they gonna storm the court if they win?
Just a big deal.
It's a big
But the South J half the JV teams up. They put that kid in or not? They would have did it.
construction.
Are you worried that we're gonna?
Is Maya here? Maya here?
She's coming. She got friends over. They were out for dinner and then they're coming.
See what I mean on that. Somebody Jody's good friends, golf world, stuff with it, and Mia, she was at Varsity, wasn't that?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Nice kid. Nice kid. Nice lady.
There's one in your neighborhood, J&H Family Stores.
This December, help support the Helen DeVos Children's Hospital with the purchase of all varieties of Hershey bars for only $1. The Helen DeVos Children's Hospital provides life-saving care to children in our community. J&H Family Stores, fueling West Michigan since 1969.
Metro Health University of Michigan Health is now University of Michigan Health West. Call us bold, compassionate, and innovative. Excellence has a new name, University of Michigan Health West. More at uofmhealthwest.org.
Weights have been lifted. Sprints have been run. Preparation for today's game is history. It's time to get it done.
The calendar has turned to February. It's almost March. It's almost tournament time. That means it's senior night around West Michigan tonight. And here at South Christian High School, indeed, the South Christian Sailors will honor 3 seniors as they get set to close out their regular season at home tonight against Cedar Springs. It's high school basketball tonight live on Michigan Sports Radio, the Sailor Zone, and the NFHS Network. My name is Bob Sack. I'll have all the play-by-play for you tonight. Jeff Baker, former South Christian State champion, will be alongside shortly with our expert color analysis. Tim Chenoweth is here with all the statistics, and we are delighted that you've decided to join us on this Friday night for the final home game for South Christian, the Cedar Springs Redhawks and the South Christian Sailors. Stay with us. Yes, on deck, it's the Cherry Valley Concrete pregame show on Michigan Sports Radio, the NFHS Network, and the Sailor Zone.
If you're 18 years or older, AHC Hospitality is hiring for open positions at its downtown hotels. Starting pay is $14 an hour, paid weekly, with medical, dental, and health benefits, hotel discounts, and more. Positions include front desk, housekeeping, restaurant, and management roles at our 6 premier downtown hotels. Visit ahchospitality.com/careers to jumpstart your career at one of 6 world-class hotels in downtown Grand Rapids.
Earning a college degree means you don't have to go it alone.
We have 3 students at Cornerstone, and they all enjoy their interactions with the campus community, but most specifically with their professors.
At Cornerstone University, we are dedicated to your success.
They have found growth, they have found connection, and they have found community.
Start today by applying at cornerstone.edu. That's cornerstone.edu.
Hi, I'm Michaela, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Peppermint Chip Milkshake is that first sip when you taste the peppermint chip pieces, it's like catching snowflakes on your tongue.
Share a peppermint chip milkshake from Chick-fil-A this holiday. Available for a limited time. Real guests paid for their testimonial.
Call it a sense of purpose, a higher calling. We call it our passion at Dean Transportation and Dean Trailways. For more than 60 years, Dean has connected students to learning, public schools to our communities, sports teams to their championships, and you to a purpose-filled career. Dean is now hiring school bus drivers, motor coach operators, and diesel technicians throughout Michigan at deanjobs.com. We'll pay you to train and coach you along the way. If you're newly retired or looking to start a flexible career, visit deanjobs.com for a list of openings or contact us at deanjobs.com today.
Well, hi again, everyone, and welcome to another exciting night of high school basketball. Bob Sackle alongside Jeff Baker here at South Christian High School as we get you set on the Cherry Valley Concrete pregame show for tonight's home finale for the South Christian Sailors senior night. Sailors come into the game with a record of 13-5, 10-3 in the OK Gold, meeting a Cedar Springs team 6-11 overall and 4-8 in the conference. Jeff Baker, you remember your senior night. How special is it for these 3 players tonight, no matter who they're playing and no matter what either record is, to be celebrated on their final night of home high school basketball?
You know, Bob, by the way, it's great to be back with you. Always enjoy coming back to South Christian. And I can remember senior night, it was over 30 years ago, and I still remember a lot of the details of my senior night. So it's special, whether you're playing senior night in high school or college. There's so much time that's gone in for these kids to prepare for this season, go through the preseason, play the games, practicing hard, and then it culminates in a game where they can be honored, which is really, really fun for the 3 gentlemen tonight.
Yeah, you know, I was thinking about what it means to be in that locker room for the final time tonight before you take the floor. And I hope those 3 guys, Caden Oatman, Jack Skur, Peter Veldhuizen, take a moment to look around that locker room and just relish that scene and that setting one final time, because it's special before you run out on your home floor.
It really is. You know, these kids have prepared, they've played, they've battled, they're teammates, and so this is the last time they're in that locker room together, looking at each other and trying to figure out how they're going to go out and play the best they can for the game that's ahead of them.
And on senior night for South Christian, it's interesting because there's only one senior starter. That's Jack Skur. They may start Peter Veldhuizen and Caden Oatman tonight as part of a senior tribute, but he is the only senior starter. And it's a team really that's carried by underclassmen. And I know there's one guy that's really jumped out at you this year, Jake DeHaan. How impressed have you been with the junior guard, Jake DeHaan?
I tell you, you sent me some of the stats, and I looked at them about 4 different times to make sure I was reading the right stat lines there. Jake has had a tremendous year. I mean, you look at, he's shooting 54% field goal, 50% from the three-point line, which is phenomenal, 89% free throws. He leads the team in rebounding, Leads the team in assists. So, you know, Jake's a tremendous athlete, and he's the cog that probably gets South Christian doing what they need to do. They've got a great team around him, but boy, he's an impressive young man.
He really is, and he's got such a versatile game. And I think the thing I've been impressed, Jeff, so much this year is the way he plays defense. He has athleticism to hound the best player on the opposing team, and he's got the anticipation and the court sense to anticipate steals, anticipate how to help. Just a really good all-around player. And I think it comes with being a really good all-around athlete with a great deal of competitiveness. On the football field, he's the quarterback and the leader of that Sailor football team, and that same presence carries over in that leadership role, and that's part of the equation, just what you do as a leader from that guard position.
Yeah, you know, when I watched a game earlier, I was sitting by the football coach, Danny Brown, and he just said, he's got the it that you want for to coach. He understands, like you said, how to anticipate plays, to be in the right spots. He's unselfish, and you just can't ask for more.
Well, great to have you with us tonight. Should be fun. Sailors heavily favored in a game where South Christian won the first matchup between these two opponents early in the year, 76-49. That game was played at Cedar Springs. Cedar Springs, I think, has improved. They've had a couple of victories here in a row, knocked off Kenowa Hills, which was a surprising win for them. They're playing better, but certainly they're going to have to play extremely well tonight, and we'll talk more about some of their players as we move through the night. That'll do it for the Cherry Valley Concrete pregame show. We'll take a break. When we return, starting lineups, tip-off just around the corner. Michigan Sports Radio, Sailor Zone, and NFHS bring you tonight's high school basketball from South Christian High School.
Has successfully built some of the most well-known structures and facilities across the West Michigan landscape. These projects set the foundation for where we are today. Providing a distinctive construction experience for our clients has been Earhart's priority since the beginning, and it continues to be their primary focus today. We can't wait to make your next commercial or residential project a reality. Contact us today by visiting earhartcc.com. Again, that's earhartcc.com.
Looking for a great place to buy a used truck or car? Check out Extreme Truck and Auto Center, located at 1098 O'Malley Drive in Coopersville. They have a huge selection of trucks, cars, vans, and SUVs. Stop by their lot or give them a call at 616-384-3777. You can check out their inventory at xtacenter.com. Looking for fresh food, variety, and great deals? Shop your local Family Fare supermarket and sign up for our Yes Rewards program for everyday savings, exclusive digital coupons, rewards, and other special perks. Plus, you can use your Yes account to shop online with the Fast Lane, our new online grocery shopping service. Just order online, select pickup, and we'll do all your shopping for you. It's that easy. To learn more about shopping with Yes at Family Fare, visit shopfamilyfare.com.
Back at South Christian High School. Let's go down to the floor where head coach Jeff Mings is paying tribute here to the three seniors, Kaden Oatman, Peter Veldhuizen, and Jack Skur. And chance for the head coach to honor his players. Let's see if we can pick that up down on the floor.
We'd also like to thank the parents that put the time and money and energy into this really cool sports. So fans, hoping thank you to these guys and their parents as we say their name and bring them forward to this game. So Ryan Christian, son of Dwayne and Sherry Open, number 1, Kate Open. Legacy Christian, son of Greg and Kristen Stir, number 5. And Ryan Christian, son of Mara and Gerda Veldhuizen, number 11, Peter Veldhuizen. Thank you.
Peter Veldhuizen, Kaden Oatman, and Jack Skur honored here on senior night, and giving their moms some flowers as well. Skur with 21 points on Tuesday against Ottawa Hills, so he's excited to finish off his home career after a terrific game on Tuesday. Let's go down to the floor again for the national anthem tonight, sung by South Christian's Madrigals with tonight's anthem. Great job by the Madrigals singing tonight's national anthem. Starting lineups tonight brought to you by Chick-fil-A South. Make sure to stop by Chick-fil-A South at M6 and Kalamazoo for all of your not only dinner needs and lunch needs, but catering needs as well. Starting lineups first for the Cedar Springs Red Hawks. They'll open up with Mitch Mativa at a guard. He wears number 1. Joining him in the backcourt, we got a pair of number 1s out there, it looks like, doesn't it? This is Ryan West is number 5. Up front is Aiden Brunin, number 10. And number 11, Cassius Heiss. So, Jeff, good luck with that one. There's 2 number 1s out on the floor, I think. I don't know that I've ever seen that. Last time I checked, that's a technical. We'll see if that happens.
Or we can't see from here.
That's right. Either that or my eyesight's really bad. By the way, Cedar Springs coached by James Tellman. South Christian will start at 1 guard. The junior Nate Brinks. Sam Maidendorp in the middle. Caden Oatman does get the start on senior night. And he'll be joined by 2 other seniors on that starting lineup, Peter Veldhuizen, number 11, and Jack Skur, number 5, who normally starts. Of course, Jeff Mings, head coach at South Christian. And again, James Tellman, the head coach at Cedar Springs. That's the Chick-fil-A starting lineups tonight. And Jeff, you remember James Tellman? Had a pretty good high school career. I want to say Forest Hills Central, correct?
That's correct. I think James may have played with Kyle Visser in that era, and I think then went on and played at Cornerstone. So obviously he's got a good understanding of the game, so we'll see if he's got his team ready.
Again, the Red Hawks come in 6-11, 4-8 in the conference. They committed 15 turnovers the last time these 2 teams played. They'll have to cut that down tonight. Ready to jump it up. Sam Maidendorp wins the tip to Skur, and South Christian goes to that patented break off the tip play. Veldhuizen can't convert, but Skur picked off the pass, deflected it into the hands of Brinks, and the Sailors will set up a half-court offense for the first time. Skip pass is picked off by Brunin. And into the front court, Cedar Springs. Cassius Heiss is 11. Ryan West 5. Hounded there by Oatman. Leaves it for Mativa. Three-pointer from the right wing. No. Volleyballed out to Heiss. They'll reset with the other number 1.
Looks like it's number 5.
It's number 5.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
There's 2 number 1s out there. There are 2 number 1s. unless my eyes deceive you, I tell you, there are 2 number 1s. Sailors turn it over.
Or 0 in the board.
Ryan West drives along the right side. And he'll draw the charge. Nice and correction. It is 0.
And those are the kind of plays you'd love to see in a game like this, where South Christian plays tough defense and take charges, and they're going to use these kind of things to get them ready for the state tournament.
Cedar Springs opens up in what looks like a 1-2-2 or a 3-2 zone. Good ball movement by South Christian. They find Skur for a left point triple off the back of the iron. Controlled by Brunsma. Leaves it for Winters. Indeed, he is number 0. Mativa has his shot rejected by Sam Maidendorp. The Red Hawks will reset. No score, 2 minutes in. South Christian in their man-to-man. Brunin harassed by Veldhuisen. Finds Heiss, his shot's blocked. West pulls it away, can't convert the putback, and Skur rips down the rebound, but Brinks threw it away, and another turnover gives it back to Cedar Springs.
South Christian, Mr. Maidendorp's using his height nicely on those defensive, and that last defensive unit that they had against Cedar there. So hopefully they can continue that.
A lot of length for Sam Maidendorp. I'd like to say he's bulked up a bit this season, but I don't know if that's the case. The Red Hawks working around nicely and find Ryan West underneath for the easy bunny. Cedar Springs strike first. Left pocket corner, Peter Veldhuisen knocks down a three-pointer. Jeff Mink says that Veldhuisen is a much better shooter than anyone realizes. His coaches and his teammates tell him to shoot it more, but he doesn't. But right there, he knocked down the triple to give the Sailors their first lead. Brunin with the drive, drew contact from Brinks, no call, and Aiden Brunin lays it in. Aiden Brunin, number 10, really hurt the Sailors on the gridiron back in October with a terrific performance at running the football. You can tell he's got that mentality. Find Maidendorp underneath on a nice look from Veldhuisen. Sam Maidendorp lays it in.
That was a great pass in from Veldhuisen, breaking down that zone defense.
That's our early Lakeshore Sewing threading the needle assist of the game. Veldhuisen to Brinks. Approaching the midway point of the first quarter. Sailors by 1. Mitch Mativa weaves his way into the lane and drops through the easy lay-in for the Hawks lead.
South Christian with another turnover.
Well, it's a different lineup in there to start the game because of senior night. Sometimes you see this. Not the usual unit that's in the game. It's still a great move to get these kids a starting role tonight. Again, they go down low to West, who kicks it out nicely to Brunin. Right wing from downtown, rims out. Controlled by Oatman and threw it away again. That's another turnover. That's 5 already on South Christian.
Just as you mentioned that your 3 starters are coming back in.
That's Jake DeHaan, number 3, Jake Vermas, 0, and Carson Viss, the freshman, number 10. DeHaan had 22 on Tuesday at Ottawa Hills. Viss added 16. Sailors rolled over the Bengals on Tuesday to improve to 13-5. Mativa drives again, leaves for Bruning, checked there by DeHaan. Hard drive to the paint, no, and Viss gathers it and quickly fires it ahead to Veldhuizen. Draws contact, plays through it, and lays it in off the right side. Peter Veldhuizen with a good strong move.
Nice strong move there. I also liked how Viss got the ball up the court quickly and created that fast break.
Bruning rejected on the give and go by Jack Skur, who's been a force inside here in the first quarter. Find Vermas, right corner three, around and out. Battle for the loose ball and hauled out of there by Mativa. Three ball from the left corners, short by Ivan Winters. Sailors on the move again. How about Peter Veldhuizen? He's off to a blazing start. 7 of the 9 Sailor points to give South Christian a 9-6 lead.
And again, a tremendous assist by Viss.
Turning, spinning is Mativa with a jumper from the lane. No. Red Hawks getting decent looks here in the first quarter.
They are getting good looks out of their sets, but just not knocking the shots down yet.
Beautiful feed from DeHaan underneath to Jack Skur. Couldn't convert. Cedar Springs quickly down. Left corner triple by Mativa. Airmailed into the hands of DeHaan. Shakes and bakes at the free throw line. Finds Skur, who muscles up the jumper from in the lane. His first bucket, and it's South Christian up 11-6. And James Tellman will take a timeout. We'll keep it right here. 11-6 South Christian after a slow start. Got it going. Got the regulars into the game, and they've got it rolling right now. Tonight's game.
It's a senior night. It's great to get the kids in, and now they got the main unit back in there, and you can tell they're more comfortable playing with each other. And they've really got. I'm impressed with every time there's a missed basket, their fast breaks they're all playing with their heads up and being very unselfish.
I think it's a team that I really see has improved greatly over the course of the year. You saw them earlier in the year a few times, and obviously tonight's level of competition isn't the same as some of the teams they faced earlier this year, but I think it's an improved team.
Not a team I'd want to see in March.
No. They'll go to Kelloggsville for the district, where they'll draw a first-round bye and in all likelihood meet Grand Rapids Christian in the final of that Kelloggsville district. Those two teams with the 1 and 2 seed. Cedar Springs inserts Logan Williams into the game. His triple from the left wing and bounces out. Pretty good look again. Sailors rebound, find DeHaan on the left wing for a 3 ball. That's short. Pulled down by Mativa, who's drawing the chants from the South Christian student section. Out in full force tonight. And if you can see it on your screen at home, it looks like headgear evening because they're wearing helmets or some other sort of head apparel.
We got sombreros and cowboy hats, everything, you name it down there. It's fun to see the students get involved like that.
South Christian girls last night knocked off Cedar Springs up north by a 68-17 margin. So South Christian clinches a share of the OK Gold Championship as DeHaan battles for his own rebound and lays it in for his first bucket of the game.
And again, that was set up by some just fantastic passing. They're so unselfish, and they find each other, and it was another nice strong move by Jeff.
Jeff, was that foul on the floor, or did that ball not go in the hoop?
I thought it went through.
I did too, but I still see the score at 11-6. Yeah, it is. There they count it. Hey, I've already missed one with the jersey indistinguishable between 11 or 0 and 1. So who knows what I'm going to miss tonight. DeHaan with a 3-point play, and South Christian's rattled off 9 in a row. They were down 6-5. Maindorf with a steal and the lay-in. Nice press there by Sam results in the bunny.
Again, using his length.
South in that 1-2-2 press with a lot of length, as you said, out of the point. Redhawks break it. Gerald Brownell from the corner. Again, they've had some good looks. They just can't knock down any shots. They've gone cold.
They have, yeah. They're shooting a hot 20% at this point.
3 for 15.
You know, these are these games that for South Christian, you're just trying to, you know, you're better than the opponent, but you're just trying to do something good so you can get ready for, like we said, a run in the state tournament. So their coaches have them ready for that.
Good ball movement as Oatman is free for the jumper from the right wing. No. And Jeff, if you're Cedar Springs, if you have any chance of being in this game tonight, you have got to knock down 50% of your shots. And they're getting open looks.
They're getting open looks. They're just not making them. And then South Christian's now putting some pressure on them. So, yeah, they're going to have to start hitting some shots or this could get away real quick.
Gerald Brownell, number 21, a 5'7" sophomore into the game at guard. Backdoor underneath to Mativa. Kicks it out to Winters, and then stolen away by Viss again on the break, and he leaves for Maidendorp, flushes it. And the run continues, 13 in a row, and that's the way the first quarter ends, 18-6, South Christian on top. Second quarter, around the corner, South 18, Cedar Springs 6 on Michigan Sports Radio, the NFHS Network, and Sailor Zone.
At Ferris State University, we're here to get you there with programs crafted to get you ready to meet the demands of the job market today and tomorrow. Want to learn more? Go to ferris.edu/now to see if you might qualify for free tuition through the Ferris Launch Initiative and complete your free online application today. We're here to help you build more than a class schedule. We're here to help you build a career. Go to ferris.edu/now because your future is forward. Ferris Forward.
Bowling is a great time that combines great friends, football, and bowling. Compete against your friends or family throwing a football at 10 real bowling pins. The Bowling Warehouse has over 30 lanes inside a 45,000 square foot facility. You can bring in your own food. They've got a pair of 45-foot bars featuring soft drinks and adult beverages. Visit bowlingwarehouse.com Grand Rapids to reserve your lanes. That's bowlingwarehouse.com Grand Rapids.
Metro Health University of Michigan Health is now University of Michigan Health West. Call us bold, compassionate, and innovative. Excellence has a new name, University of Michigan Health West. More at uofmhealthwest.org.
Welcome back to South Christian High Schools. We start the second quarter. Sailor lineup has Veldhuisen, Skur, Oatman, Brinks, and Maidendorp. Redhawks on the offensive attack, find underneath to Mativa, and he is rejected again. It's 5 blocks by my count here in the first half by this Sailor interior defense. Skur and Maidendorp have been window cleaners inside. Brunin with a quick inbounds jumper from the right baseline. Nobody grabs his own boards. And a reset to Cassius Heiss at the top of the key. Checked by Brinks, leaves it into the game. Kyle Jarash, he can't hit the elbow jumper. Hauled down by Jack Skur, is having a good first half on the boards. Cuts toward the hole, gets a nice pass from Maidendorp and lays it in. That's good offense.
That's great offense, and it's just a strong, nice post move.
Skur comes into the game averaging just under 6 a game. But that was boosted big time by his 21-point effort on Tuesday night. Sailors on a 15-0 run right now. That string is broken by Ivan Winters. as he connects on the elbow jumper. So I'm looking at Sam Maidendorp, and I'm looking at the headband. Oh, nice alley-oop, too far for Skur. Maidendorp corrals the loose ball, finds Veldhuizen for a right corner triple, no. And Heiss into the front court on Brinks and carried it. I'm looking at Maidendorp with the headband, and I'm thinking back to your playing days. Who off your team, if any, had the headband look? I know Steginga didn't. Did Mark Wieringa have the headband look?
No, Mark had the hair to do it.
So he was the only one with the hair to do it.
He or Cam Vostad. Either one of those two could pull that off. It looks a la Bill Walton to me. It's a good look.
You got to have some swagger to do it, though, right?
Absolutely.
Oh, nice ball movement again by the Sailors. Skur and Maidendorp with touch passes. They don't come away with any clear looks, so they'll reset. Top side to Oatman. Knifes his way into the lane, then finds Veldhuizen, who craftily goes along the baseline and lays it in. Peter Veldhuizen now with 9 here in the first half.
Yeah, he looked like he was going to shoot that jumper and went into the lane and finished nicely in the paint.
Another block by Maidendorp, but this time they'll get him for a little skin as well on the deflection. That'll send Cassius Heiss to the free throw stripe. Sailors have run 5 in a row since that loss to Catholic Central. A couple of changes in the starting lineup with Vermas at the point and Carson Viss as well. And I think, like you said, it's a team that will be reckoned with in that district tournament.
Cedar Springs trying to hang in there.
Heiss converts both free throws. South Christian working against that zone. Skur doing a nice job flashing to the line. Good deflection by Heiss. Mativa comes away with it. Leaves it to Bruning for a right wing three. He's had some great open shots, just has not been able to convert. Back the other way, Brinks eyes the three, now drives along the baseline, floats up a runner from 12. Nate Brinks with his first basket.
Nice finish by Nate there.
Done a really nice job coming off the bench at that guard spot. Mativa drives, kicks it back out to Heiss for a topside three. Looks on line, but just a little bit short. Ripped down again by Skur. They push it into the front court to Oatman, and he'll set up against that 1-2-2 zone.
Tried to hit that middle of the zone there and just got it deflected.
All the way to the hole is Ryan West with a good strong move. His 4th point. Brunin stole the pass and then knocks down a three on a right wing steal and jumper. That's his 5th point. All of a sudden the lead's 9. Veldhuizen with the drive. He'll wave it off though, saying that Cassius Heiss took the charge. All of a sudden, Jeff's 9-point game.
Well, it is, and you know, South Christian's got 8 turnovers, which they're going to have to cut that down.
Tonight's game brought to you by Treadstone, mortgages that are better, faster, smarter. That's Treadstone Mortgage. Contact Steve Ritzma for your mortgage needs at Treadstone. Redhawks on a 5-0 run here. West tries to find Walters, intercepted by Vermas. They get it down to Viss. He misses his layup, but then follows, and Carson Viss on the board with his first bucket. Breaks that scoring drought.
That was a nice drive to the basket there. It looked like he had some contact, and he got the rebound and put it back up and in.
Brunin working on DeHaan. Back out to Logan Williams, number 3, who leaves for Mativa with a right point triple try. No. Quickly ahead to Vermas, and before he drove, he traveled. So how do you, if you're Jeff Mings, it's a game again where the talent level is different, quality is different. How do you use this to clean up the turnovers? Because that's been a problem here in the first half.
Yeah, he's just, they've got to continue to try to be aggressive, but just be smart with the ball and don't get out of control.
Mativa couldn't hit the 10-footer from the baseline. Sailors push it up, find Viss in the right corner for a 3, no, but DeHaan there for the offensive boards. Little baby hook wouldn't fall. Empty trip off that fast break. Aiden Brunin working on DeHaan. Waves off the ball screen and launches a 3 from the wing, no. Veldhuizen right corner, kick out for Viss, open 3, no, off the left, and again, it's Ryan West with another rebound.
South Christian's getting any shot that they want. They're just not making shots right now, which will probably at some point they'll start falling.
West to the hole, pushed by Vermas on the floor. That's only the 4th team foul. We're down to 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Neither team close to the bonus. Been a well-played game. Substitutions for South Christian. Eric DeWeerd, 32 in there. He returns to the line, or he comes into the lineup along with Oatman. Logan Williams triggers in for the Redhawks. Finds a wide open Mativa, who just cannot buy a bucket. Vermas on the run out. Nice dish to Viss. Underneath, muscles up a layup and in. Carson Viss filling the lane well on that break.
I tell you, he's impressive for a 9th grader. I've watched him early on, and he's really improved over this year.
As you say that, he picks the pocket of Ryan West, takes it to the hole through contact, and lays it in with the left hand. Right on cue. Carson Viss doubles up the Sailor lead, 30-15 with a minute to go here in the first half. James Tellman will take a full timeout, so will we. Be back in a moment for the final 62 seconds of the half. South Christian 30, Cedar Springs 15 on Michigan Sports Radio.
Say hello to a better home buying experience. Having a trusted Treadstone advisor in your corner makes all the difference. With 11 different loan types, Treadstone tailors your mortgage experience to meet your needs and exceed your expectations. Rooted in West Michigan, Treadstone is passionate about investing in local neighborhoods and businesses. As the most highly rated mortgage company in Michigan, Treadstone has proudly cultivated a reputation of excellence throughout the industry and the community. Call Treadstone today for any of your mortgage needs.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the Village People, who invite you to stop in and see them at Village Custom Interiors in Byron Center. For all your hardwood made easy, carpet to curl up on, and tile that'll make you smile, featuring great products from Shaw Floors. See them at 860 84th Street Southwest in Byron Center and at www.villageci.com. Remember, it takes a village to make your house a home.
Back at South Christian, Bob Sack alongside former South Christian state champion Jeff Baker. Brock Conkle, our executive producer, back in the studio. Tim Chenoweth with all the statistics, bringing you the final 60 seconds of this first half. Been a good one as Mativa, or rather Logan Walters, fires from the right corner. No, muscling up the rebound is Blake Shear into the game, number 23 for Cedar Springs. He couldn't get it to go. Vermas splits the top of that zone, will reset to Viss. Free throw line to Weird. Finds Vermas in the left corner, fakes the 3, drives, kicks it out to Viss, but too far for him, and it's over and back. tell you what, if Cedar Springs makes a few more shots, this game's actually pretty close right now.
I was just looking at that. You know, they're shooting just under, probably around 22%. And like you said, if they knock a few shots down, it could be easily a 8-point game, 6-point game.
Yeah, they shoot 33%. This is a tight one right now. Redhawks play for the last shot. Got to hurry as Winters called for steps with 3 seconds to play. Stay with us at halftime. It's the Sobey Halftime Show. We'll send you to East Lansing, where John Ross says This Week in High School Sports. A couple of good stories on some great athletic directors in the area as Vermas launches a three that's close, and also a look at student sections and the battle for supremacy among student sections. That's all ahead. This Week in High School Sports is part of the Sobey Halftime Show. We've come to intermission. It's South Christian 30, Cedar Springs 15 on Michigan Sports Radio, the Sailor Zone, and the NFHS Network.
Metro Health University of Michigan Health is now University of Michigan Health West. Call us bold, owning our role as part of one of the top health systems in the world. Call us compassionate, as we deliver care with dignity, kindness, and respect. Call us relentless, letting absolutely nothing come between us and our mission of advancing care. Excellence has a new name, University of Michigan Health West. Find out more at ufmhealthwest.org.
If you're 18 years or older, AHC Hospitality is hiring for open positions at its downtown hotels. Starting pay is $14 an hour, paid weekly, with medical, dental, and health benefits, hotel discounts, and more. Positions include front desk, housekeeping, restaurant, and management roles at our 6 premier downtown hotels. Visit ahchospitality.com/careers to jumpstart your career at one of 6 world-class hotels in downtown Grand Rapids.
Ruth's Chris Steakhouse Grand Rapids is the very best choice for an unforgettable evening with family, friends, and colleagues. Create memorable experiences and celebrate with the sizzle of a steak served on a 500-degree plate. The casual elegance and atmosphere makes Ruth's Chris Steakhouse Grand Rapids the perfect location for every occasion. Visit us online at rootschris.com. This is how it's done.
Halftime here at South Christian, the Sobey Halftime Show. Brought to you by Sobey Premium Custom Interior Finishings for commercial needs. That's Sobey, presenters of our halftime show. 30-15, Sailors lead here at the break. South Christian led 18-6. Actually blew open a close first quarter. It was tight midway through the first quarter. 6-5, Cedar Springs led, but the Sailors rattled off 13 in a row to bust open a close game and lead by 12 at the first quarter mark. Extended that lead to 15 by outscoring Cedar Springs 12-9 in the second quarter. Individual scoring for Cedar Springs, Cassius Heiss has 2, 5 for Aiden Brunin, 4 for Ryan West, 2 for Ivan Winters, and 1 for Mitch Mativa. South Christian led by the senior, Peter Veldhuizen, on senior night with 9 points, 6 for Carson Visk, 6 for Sam Maidendorp, 4 for Jack Skur, 3 for Jake Don, and 2 for Nate Brinks. Jeff, on the team side, some pretty glaring numbers that have produced this 30-15 margin.
Yeah, for Cedar Springs, they're just hitting 18% of their shots. So, I mean, that's an amazing stat. If that could improve a little bit, we'd have a really tight game. South Christian, on the other hand, is shooting 51%, but they've had 11 turnovers. So, from that standpoint, South Christian just has to learn to take care of the ball a little better. And from Cedar Springs' standpoint, if they can make a few more shots, this could be a bit of a tighter game.
Yeah, I always like to look at the shot attempts, because simply it's a game of math. You can't score if you don't have the ball, and the more times you have the ball and shoot it, the better chance you have. 32 attempts for Cedar Springs, 27 for South Christian. So the turnovers have been the difference in that shot differentiation. And you're right, if Cedar Springs knocks down 3 or 4 more, which is reasonable stat, they're in this one here in the first half.
Yeah, I got to believe Coach Binks is going to address that and get South Christian to settle down and get that turnover figured out so they can break this game open.
All right, the Sobey Halftime Show rolls on. We take it to East Lansing for John Ross with This Week in High School Sports.
After a one-year hiatus, Battle of the Fans returns with a very loud champion, and ADs past and present receive national honors. It's all next on This Week in High School Sports, powered by Michigan Student Aid, Michigan's go-to resource for student financial aid. I'm John Ross, and welcome to This Week in High School Sports. That was the Traverse City West Bleacher Creatures, and that is your 2022 Battle of the Fans champion. TC West was one of 3 finalists in this, the 10th edition of Battle of the Fans. The other 2 finalists were Buchanan and Midland Dow. This is West's second Battle Championship. They were also selected as the best student section in 2016, and it's their 4th time being named a finalist. When we visited them on February 8th for their home game against Ludington, about 400 students packed the stands, making it one of the loudest gyms we visited during the 10 years of the battle. All 3 finalists will be honored during the boys basketball finals at the Breslin Center on March 26th. To see videos from the finalists and past year's champions, please check out mhsaa.com/Battle of the Fans. Game balls this week go to Quinn Aho. The senior from Houghton smashed the UP dive finals record, posting a final score of 269.9. That's 5 points higher than the previous record. As a team, Houghton finished second to Marquette. Delaney Markiel. She captured first in the 200-yard freestyle and 100-yard butterfly and was on the winning 200-yard medley relay team as Marquette won the UP Swim and Dive Finals on the girls' side. And to Eliana Bomarito. The Heartland senior advanced to the first MHSAA Girls Wrestling State Finals by winning her 2 regional matches in a combined 1 minute 56 seconds. She's ranked first nationally in the 225-pound weight class.
Need money for college? You need My Student Aid. My Student Aid is the go-to resource that helps Michigan families find money to pay for college. Plus, they'll guide you through the financial aid process and answer any questions you have. For grants, scholarships, and more, connect with My Student Aid, helping make college affordable for everyone. Learn more at michigan.gov/MIStudentAid.
Our weekly Be the Referee feature takes a look at the fine art of officiating with MHSAA Assistant Director Brent Rice.
Today we're on the mat, ready for the next wrestling match. We've got a wrestler ready to get into an offensive starting position. Which one of these things should he or she do? Place their head on or above the midline of the opponent's back. Place their arm loosely around the opponent's body with the palm of their hand placed loosely above the defensive wrestler's navel. Not have their legs or feet in contact with the defensive wrestler. If you said yes to all of these things, you're correct. The wrestler in the offensive position should do all 3 of these things. Do that, and you're ready to wrestle.
Thanks, Brent. You can be a referee. Just go to the MHSAA website now to register. The 52nd National Athletic Directors Conference was held in Denver in December, and there was a big presence from Michigan. Ann Arbor Green Hills' Meg Sang was one of 8 high school ADs selected to receive a 2021 citation from the National Federation of State High School Associations. The citation is one of the highest honors the Federation awards each year. Sang is in her 37th year of service to schools and athletes. Vicksburg AD Mike Roy was presented with a Distinguished Service Award from the National Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. He's been the AD at Vicksburg for the last 20 years and also received the MHSAA's Alan Bush Award 2 years ago. And retired AD Mike Garvey was inducted into the NIAAA's Hall of Fame. He is one of 10 making up the 13th class. Garvey spent 24 years in athletic administration and coached Lawton to the 1990 Class D title in wrestling. For more on all of these award-winning administrators, please check out secondhalf.mhsaa.com. You've been listening to This Week in High School Sports, powered by Michigan Student Aid, a production of the MHSAA Network. Thanks for joining us. I'm John Ross, and we'll see you next week.
Say hello to a better home buying experience. Having a trusted Treadstone advisor in your corner makes all the difference. With 11 different loan types, Treadstone tailors your mortgage experience to meet your needs and exceed your expectations. Rooted in West Michigan, Treadstone is passionate about investing in local neighborhoods and businesses. As the most highly rated mortgage company in Michigan, Treadstone has proudly cultivated a reputation of excellence throughout the industry and the community. Call Treadstone today for any of your mortgage needs.
That wraps up our Sobey halftime show as we get you ready for the third quarter. South Christian up 30-15 here at the break. And Jeff, if you're James Tellman, what did you tell your team at halftime? Down by 15.
Well, from James's perspective, he's got to be fairly happy that they're only down by 15. I think he tells them to continue to try to create turnovers, play hard, and just knock down shots. I mean, it comes down to that. They're getting wide open shots. A few of them start going down, then they're back in the game. So he's probably not too unhappy with where he is.
Yeah, I would agree. I think that his offense has hummed along with some pretty good production just in terms of getting open looks. Sailors will open with their same starting five that began the game. That is Skjur, Veldhuisen, Brinks, Maidendorp, and Oatman. 1-2-2 zone defense comes out high to start this third quarter tonight, brought to you by Village Custom Interiors. Sailors work it to Oatman with a left corner three, and he knocks it down. Caden Oatman with his first basket. He's done that a few times this year. Been able to hit that three-pointer. Back the other way is Heiss.
And this is the kind of start that South Christian wanted.
Veldhuisen with the Euro step. He's swinging around, and Skjur cans a triple from the left wing. You said it. Great start. Jack Skjur, tough inside player, but he's showing more and more the ability to knock it down from the outside. Brunin works two-man game and now drives to the lane. Maidendorp there to bother the shot. And the Sailors come away with it. Oatman again from the right corner. This time a little too hard off the back of the iron. Injured Red Hawk underneath the basket on the other end.
Yeah, it looked like he came down hard. I don't know if he hurt an ankle or if he hit his head. Looks like a knee.
That is Heiss, Cassius Heiss. Sailors with their biggest lead of the game, 21 points. Blake Shear, another good football player for Cedar Springs, number 23, checks in.
And again, Sam on that last defensive play, he used his height again so well just to deflect that shot. South Christian can continue to do that, they'll be in good shape.
Brunin bothered by Brinks. Sailors force that turnover. If you're man-to-man defense like South Christian is, what's the trigger point to go pressure like they did in that scenario?
Well, I mean, when they have a chance to use their athleticism and trap them in a corner like that, it's always a good time to do that.
Great ball movement again as Skjur is open on the left wing, and for the second time this half, he channels home a three-pointer to the bottom of the net. 10 now for Jack Skjur. Sailors on a 9-0 run to start this third quarter in the first 2 minutes.
Impressive start. Just what Coach Mings wanted.
All 3-pointers here. This offense untracked in the second half. Redhawks looking for their first bucket here in the third quarter. Brunin working on Brinks. Really good defense by Nate. Brunin's manufactured a lot of shots. He just has not been able to have much success.
Cedar Springs with a heady play there to get that offensive rebound and go back up and get fouled.
How about this, Jeff? This is only the fifth free throw attempt by Cedar Springs. South's attempted 1 charity stripe shot. Very few fouls.
Yeah, they've both been relying on outside shots and not driving a whole lot.
Blake Shear drops that first free throw through. First point of the second half for Cedar Springs. These two teams played last year, second time around in February as Shear splits the pair. South Christian beat them 74-16. Veldhuizen works his way to the lane, kicks it out to Brinks in the right corner. I thought Maindorf's passed the ball real well tonight too.
Really has.
Sailors looking for that one-on-one matchup that creates some space. They don't get it, so they'll send it to Brinks to reset at the top of the key. Oatman finds Skur down at the low left block. Turnaround jumper. That's a good-looking shot. Jack Skur knocks down a little 10-footer.
Great shot. Great setup. South Christian was so unselfish on that. Ran quite a bit of clock.
They did. Little shoulder fake to the right. Turn around off his left shoulder. There's Bruno with his second three. It's 41-19. Sailors with their biggest lead of the night. Actually, second biggest lead, led by 24. Maindorf with a good take to the hole.
Nice strong move by Maindorf. A nice finish.
It was. He was not to be denied. South Christian with 13 points in the first 3.5 minutes of this second quarter. And no turnovers, just like you talked about at the break. Running right-hander by West rolls off. Veldhuizen on the move. Little Euro step, and he lays it in. Peter Veldhuizen in double figures with 11.
Great finish there by Peter.
Brunin, stutter step on Veldhuizen, gets to the hole but can't finish. He's frustrated. Ahead to Brinks. Eyes the three, now drives, and a runner from the right baseline falls through. Nate Brinks with his fourth.
South Christian is just hitting on every cylinder right now. It's fun to watch.
They're at a different level here in this third quarter. Up by 28. Down low to Shearer. Tries an up and under on Maindorf. Sam, nothing doing with that. Gathers the rebound ahead to Veldhuizen. There's, as I say, no turnovers. There's the first one. Peter got a little too fancy with that drive.
Little out of control. Again, I'm going to comment on Sam's ability, Maindorf's ability to deflect, and his length is really causing Cedar Springs some issues down there.
Ivan Winters to the hole. That's short on the runner, and South Christian will substitute an entire 5. Cam Post gets his first action. He's number 33, joins Vermas and DeHaan. Also Eric Boss into the game, Sam Boss rather, into the game for the first time. He's number 30.
It's great to get some kids a chance to play in times like this. I'm happy to see that.
Blocking foul on DeHaan. That'll be a common foul, the third on South Christian. How about Cedar Springs, though? They don't foul. I mean, they had 3 in the first half. We're halfway third quarter. They have committed 0 fouls. how much is that an indictment on your defensive aggressiveness versus just playing good defense?
And there's a fine line there, you're right.
Boss took it away and finds Viss on the run out, and he lays it in. Carson Viss with his 8th point.
Another nice finish by Viss.
Redhawks moving quickly into the front court. Mitch Mativa fires in his first triple. Sam Boss with a runner short. Post battles for the rebound. Brunin comes away with it. On the break to Logan Williams, and he'll reset for Brunin. Right point to Mativa, picked off by Jake DeHaan. There's that anticipation we talked about. He lays it in for the second time tonight. Jake goes to the stripe with a chance for a 3-point play. DeHaan's been quiet tonight, really hasn't shot the ball much, and I think he knows he doesn't need to do that tonight. It's seniors night.
He's doing what he needs to do to get his teammates open, and not every night are you going to score the highest points, but he's just showing his leadership.
30-point margin. Sailors having fun on this senior night. A lot of smiles on the bench. Talked about Jack Skur a little earlier. Described by Jeff Mings as a pretty laid-back dude, but voted the biggest slob on the team because his locker's all a mess all of the time. All right, so back to the 88 team. Who was the biggest slob on that team when you played?
I'm just going to...
You got to give me an answer. You can't...
I got to think about that for a second. It could have been me.
Vermas gets double-teamed. Brunin on the run-out with the fast break. Draws the contact as he lays it in. He'll have a chance for a 3-point play.
I'll say Stevie Brink.
Steve Brinks. Could be in the house tonight.
It could be.
It's probably good, otherwise he might be listening. Take offense to that, but...
No, he wasn't.
Brunin converts the 3-point play. He now has 11. And Gerald Brownell quickly into the game, steals that pass. Nice up and under, but swatted away by Vermas. Corralled by DeHaan, ahead to Viss, and he slams it home two-handed.
Nice finish there by Viss. Fun to watch.
They give him a technical for their hanging on the rim on that one. It was worth it, though, wasn't it?
It was worth it, absolutely.
Minute 30 to go. Sailors up by 3. That indeed a technical foul on Carson Viss. That's one you don't mind, though.
No. It was a great finish. I would debate if that was a technical, but like you said, well worth it.
Draws the ire of the South Christian student section, but I really don't think they care either. Brownell will shoot a pair of free throws. He got them both, and lead is back to 28. Sailors in action next week against East Kentwood. That'll be the regular season finale over on 60th Street. A little neighborhood rivalry there. Had some pretty good matchups with the Falcons, didn't you?
We did. Boy, that was always a fun game. I know our senior year we had a game over at East Kentwood, and it was packed, and I think we squeaked the win out, but it was always fun to play there.
That was after Loy Vaught, though, right? You wouldn't have played against Loy Vaught.
His brother John played.
Okay.
Against us.
Good running left-handed hook by Kyle Jarash into the game for Cedar Springs. We come down to the final minute of this third quarter. Vermas, good drive, feeds it underneath to post, right back to Jake, and he lays it in. That's good ball movement.
South Christian shooting 61%.
Beginning of the year, Jeff, you didn't see those plays from Jake Vermas. That playmaking ability. He has settled into that starting role as a point guard and just letting the game come to him. It almost looks like the game slowed down for him.
He's doing a great job.
Open three for Aiden Brunin is knocked down. Brunin picking up some money threes here in the second half. He's got 14 to lead all scorers. South by 25, Vermas. Nice pull up from the free throw line. Drops it home. That's good offense again by Jake Vermas. Aiden Bruin will take the last shot of the quarter. Won't go, and that's the way we end the third. 58-31. Big third quarter for South Christian. They outscore Cedar Springs 28-16. And they're rolling along here as we head to the fourth on Michigan Sports Radio, NFHS Network, and the Sailor Zone.
Guess what? We're hiring at Culver's. That means if you're up for welcoming families with coworkers who feel like family, and you have a thing for fresh frozen custard, and for growing your career in a place you can be proud of, you're our kind of people. So join the Culver's team. Apply at culvers.jobs.
Call it a sense of purpose, a higher calling. We call it our passion at Dean Transportation and Dean Trailways. For more than 60 years, Dean has connected students to learning, public schools to our communities, sports teams to their championships, and you to a purpose-filled career. Dean is now hiring school bus drivers, motor coach operators, and diesel technicians throughout Michigan at deanjobs.com. We'll pay you to train and coach you along the way. If you're newly retired or looking to start a flexible career, visit deanjobs.com for a list of openings or contact us at deanjobs.com today.
Metro Health University of Michigan Health is now University of Michigan Health West. Call us bold, compassionate, and innovative. Excellence has a new name. University of Michigan Health West. More at uofmhealthwest.org.
Fourth quarter underway here. South Christian's offense goes to work. Caden Oatman with a nice back door but couldn't finish. So if you're Jeff Mings, what do you want to accomplish here in the final 8 minutes of the final home game of the season?
Well, they cut down on their turnovers, which we said was a key. They only had 4 that quarter. They shot a blistering 65%. So, you know, they're going to continue to try to push it. As I talk, they have another turnover. But I think if they can continue to try to push the ball but play smart and just finish this game out so they can build on it for their game against East Kentwood next week.
A couple of seniors trying to hook up on that last fast break. Oatman overshot Jack Skur. Cedar Springs misses, followed up by Gerald Brownell, his fourth point. Mings calls Oatman possibly the best athlete on the team. Looking to get the school record in the 100-meter dash this spring.
Wow.
Veldhuizen, boy, he's taken the ball the whole well tonight, hasn't he?
He sure has. And I tell you what, South Christian has got a bunch of great athletes, so that's quite a thing to say about your player. That's amazing.
Yeah, and he's, you know, eighth, ninth guy, 10th guy in the rotation. Jack Skur open for another three, and that's a home court bounce as it rims around and falls through. Skur with a big second half. He's got 11 this half. That gives him 15 for the night. Now the game's high score. All of a sudden, he's become a bit of a scoring machine here in this last week of February. Oh, what a block by Maidendorp. Reached over and around Brownell without fouling him and swatted that layup attempt away. Caden, one of the top students on the team as well, wants to pursue an engineering career. Missed three-pointer by Cedar Springs is rebounded by Mativa and fouled by Skur on the way down.
Skurr's come in here. He shot 12 for 28 from threes. What is he tonight?
He has for tonight three made three-pointers. I don't know that he's.
I don't think he's taking a lot more than that.
No, he's going to be 3 for 4, maybe 3 for 5.
Well, he's having a good night. That's great.
Pretty good inside-outside dual threat, too, because he's been rugged underneath. Combine that with some pretty good catch and shoots from the perimeter. Oatman took an extra step on his cut to the basket. So what's your overall perceptions of high school basketball in the area this year, beyond just the OK Gold? Any thoughts on teams that really strike you as talented? Besides Catholic Central, which I would think's the class of the area.
Yeah, they've got a great team. I've watched more of the smaller school. Nice three-point shot there by Cedar. Some of the smaller schools. Calvin Christian's got a nice team. Covenant Christian. And I think those two will probably meet in the districts, unfortunately, and just like South will with Grand Rapids Christian. It's always fun to watch Tri-Unity, what they'll do. There's some really good. Northview's got a nice team, very talented team.
Real key player, right? One guy that's Vanderjack, Kyle Vanderjack.
Yep, heading to Belmont.
Heading to Belmont University.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it should be fun to watch, what happens going into March Madness. Is just so fun.
Timeout on the floor with 5:13 to go, 63-36, full timeout for Cedar Springs. We'll take one as well when we come back. South Christian in command over Cedar Springs on Michigan Sports Radio, the Sailor Zone, and the NFHS Network.
There's one in your neighborhood, J&H Family Stores.
This December, help support the Helen DeVos Children's Hospital with the purchase of all varieties of Hershey bars for only $1. The Helen DeVos Children's Hospital provides life-saving care to children in our community. J&H Family Stores, fueling West Michigan since 1969.
J&H Family Stores.
Choosing the right orthodontist can mean the difference between an average patient experience and one that is truly exceptional. Hines Orthodontics serves the West Michigan area with locations in Rockford and Kentwood. As a patient of Dr. Hines, you can be confident that you have chosen an orthodontist with the skill, expertise, and commitment to make your smile his top priority. Dr. Hines and his team are dedicated to providing the most efficient and effective treatment using the finest technologies available in orthodontics. Check them out online at hinesorthodontics.com or on Facebook and Instagram.
Bob Sack back with you alongside former South Christian State champion Jeff Baker. Mark Wiering in the house as well. Up in the high atop the South Christian gym. Our perch here for the final time this year. Been a good season on Michigan Sports Radio. Pleasure to bring to you many girls games as well. Sailor girls finished 17-3, win the OK Gold, and head to the district where they probably will meet Grand Rapids Christian next Friday for a district title game. Jake Vermaas to the free throw line after drawing a foul. He's just having a good time. They're all having a good time out there today.
They really are. This is what it's all about. And, coming back here, South Christian's got such a great following. The student section's active. I still see people still sitting in this gym that were here when I was here playing 33 years ago, which is just such a testament.
Nice pick and roll to Blake Shear on Kyle Jarash on a good feed. He'll go to the free throw line on the foul. Tonight's game brought to you by Treadstone Mortgage. Treadstone Mortgage is better, faster, smarter. Contact Steve Ritzma from South Christian for all your mortgage needs.
Cedar Springs has continued to play hard. They haven't given up.
So if you're James Tellman, how do you build a program? I mean, it's a football school. They've had really good success with Gus Kapolka in the football program. How do you build a program when you're the second fiddle in a sense?
Well, you look at a school like Lowell. another school that's always known for such a good football program. And I think what you do, and they've had some success in basketball, but you just got to continue to try to promote the kids getting involved at a young age, and then promote the athletes to play more than one sport. That's what South Christian's done a great job with. They continue to have great teams year after year, and kids play all different sports.
They really do. I mean, this you look at this basketball team, and Kurt Copeland and David Kuhl be thrilled to see the fact that, these guys are all football and soccer players.
Yeah.
Vermas shows his athleticism blocking that shot. Races into the front court. Fires it right wing to Viz. He'll drive and then bounce it to DeHaan, who just really hasn't even looked for his shot tonight.
He really hasn't, no.
Which I think is just so impressive. Scrum on the floor. Good hustle by Eric DeWeerd. Battling for that loose ball.
And the first thing you see is the bench getting up on South Christian's side to cheer on the heads-up play there.
Sailors with 8 players in the scoring column tonight. Brunin with a nice step back from 15 on the left wing, too strong. Chased down by DeWeerd. Vermas on the move again. Probes his way into the lane, and they kick it out to Vermas for a 3-pointer. Top side, Jake Vermas, just a sophomore. 4 starters back on this team for next year.
Jake he's a fun player to watch. He does remind me of Tim Workama, who we played with back in our day, and Tim was probably the best athlete on our team, and Jake's very similar.
Bucket there by Logan Williams, his first 2 of the game. Vermas open again, short jumper from the left side, no. Cedar Springs leaves for Brunin, another good look from the left point, couldn't get it though. And a foul on Jarash with 2.5 to play. South Christian up by 29.
When does the state tournament start, Bob?
Week from Monday for the boys, this coming Monday for the girls. So again, South Christian goes to Kelloggsville. They get a bye in the first round. Play on Wednesday night in the semifinal, district semifinal. Likely on a collision course with Grand Rapids Christian for a Friday night district championship 2 weeks from tonight. Don't want to look ahead, but you got to. What do you think of the new system where there's buys in the district tournament?
And those buys are based off of seeding?
Seeding's off points, yeah. So if you go to the MHSA website, you'll see a point total that each team has garnered thus far.
I always felt nice play there by Oatman. I always felt it was too bad when 2 of the best teams in the area met the first game in the district. South Christian had that, I think, a few times when they played Godwin. And, so I do like it from that standpoint. At least they could meet in the finals.
Yeah, I remember a Monday night district game years ago, Wyoming Park and South Christian. Oh, nice jumper by Veldhuizen again. David Kuhl and Drew Neitzel squaring off in the first game of the tournament. And you're right, you knock out 2 best teams right away.
Yeah.
Minute and a half to go, 74-42. Sam Boss into the game, number 30. Those 3 seniors still on the floor, and I would assume Jeff Mings will take them out one by one here in just a moment. Give them their final ovation.
That's always a special time for coach and player to have that moment to embrace and thank each other for all the time that went in on both sides of it.
Brownell to the lane, no. Oatman comes away with a rebound. Charge in the front court. Leave for Skur, who'll hoist up another 3. We talked about how good he was on 3, Jeff. He's missed 4 in a row.
I spoke a little early, huh?
We did. We've jinxed him a few times tonight. Long three by Alex Zenker into the game for Cedar Springs. Oh, nice Euro step by Caden Oatman, coast to coast.
And there you see that athleticism that Coach Mings was talking about.
And that speed. Stay tuned after the game for the Village Custom Interiors post-game show, highlighted by Jeff Baker's selection of the Village Custom Interiors Sailor of the Game. It's the dramatic conclusion to our broadcast tonight. Pressure's on. Kurt Copeland often has that job. He has great trepidation about it because he's got to face the kids the next day in school. You don't have to do that.
I don't have to do that. Yeah, I feel for Kurt.
Jack Skur comes out of the game. It's a nice ovation for his final time here on senior night. 20 seconds to go. So does Peter Veldhuizen. And Caden Oatman will get it as well as these three seniors. The years go by fast. They'll remember tonight well, their last basketball game.
Absolutely. Great memories for these kids. And the sad thing is some of them don't realize how special it is until you're 30 years past it.
That's right. Yep. Right now, open Friday nights seem like a nice night to do something different, but in about 10 years, start to remember those Friday nights in the gym or on the gridiron and
wish you could go
wish
back.
you could go back.
Yeah.
Brunin gets one of the two, and Nate Brinks will dribble out the clock, and South Christian will win this one 76-43. Doing what they were expected to do tonight and command a convincing win. That's the way it'll end. We'll take a break. Stay with us. Post-game show is next. Brought to you by Village Custom Interiors. Final stats for tonight's game and our Village Custom Interiors player of the game. That's all ahead on the post-game show tonight on Michigan Sports Radio and the Sailor Zone and NFHS Network.
Bowling is a great way to enjoy friends or family in a very relaxed but competitive atmosphere. Two ways to play: $10 unlimited play, very similar to a pool hall, or reserve a lane for up to 10 people for 2 hours for just $120. That's just $12 for 2 hours per person. Leagues are also available, 2-on-2 format, beginning in late October. Search Bowling Warehouse Grand Rapids to reserve your lanes. That's Bowling Warehouse, Grand Rapids.
Ruth's Chris Steakhouse Grand Rapids is the very best choice for an unforgettable evening with family, friends, and colleagues. Create memorable experiences and celebrate with the sizzle of a steak served on a 500-degree plate. The casual elegance and atmosphere makes Ruth's Chris Steakhouse Grand Rapids the perfect location for every occasion. Visit us online at rootschris.com. This is how it's done.
There's one in your neighborhood, J&H Family Stores.
This December, help support the Helen DeVos Children's Hospital with the purchase of all varieties of Hershey bars for only $1. The Helen DeVos Children's Hospital provides life-saving care to children in our community. J&H Family Stores, fueling West Michigan since 1969.
J&H Family Stores.
Earning a college degree means you don't have to go it alone.
We have 3 students at Cornerstone, and they all enjoy their interactions with the campus community, but most specifically with their professors.
At Cornerstone University, we are dedicated to your success.
They have found growth, they have found connection, and they have found community.
Start today by applying at cornerstone.edu. That's cornerstone.edu.
Hi, my name is Ted, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Peppermint Chip Shake is when the peppermint shake is available, that's to me sort of announces that the holiday season is here.
Share a peppermint chip milkshake from Chick-fil-A this holiday. Available for a limited time. Real guests paid for their testimonial.
Looking for a great place to buy a used truck or car? Check out Extreme Truck and Auto Center, located at 1098 O'Malley Drive in Coopersville. They have a huge selection of trucks, cars, vans, and SUVs. Stop by their lot or give them a call at 616-384-3777. You can check out their inventory at xtacenter.com.
For almost 60 years, Earhart Construction has successfully built some of the most well-known structures and facilities across the West Michigan landscape. These projects set the foundation for where we are today. Providing a distinctive construction experience for our clients has been Earhart's priority since the beginning, and it continues to be their primary focus today. We can't wait to make your next commercial or residential project a reality. Contact us today by visiting earhartcc.com. Again, that's earhartcc.com.
Welcome to the Village Custom Interiors post-game show in the aftermath of South Christian's 76-43 win over the Cedar Springs Redhawks. Bob Sack back alongside Jeff Baker as we wrap this one up. South wire-to-wire win, almost down 6-5 at one point in the first quarter. First half, probably halfway through the first quarter before they rattled off 13 in a row to take a commanding 18-6 lead after the first quarter. Expanded that lead to 30-15 at the break, and then rolled in the third quarter with an impressive offensive efficiency on their way to a 58-31 lead after three, and then again cruising to the 33-point win, 76-43. Leading scorers for tonight. First of all, for Cedar Springs, they picked up 15 points from Aiden Brunin. Took them a lot of shots to do it, though. Pretty good defensive effort by the Sailors, aware of his ability to get hot, and they contained him despite his 15. Not necessarily the best efficiency rating for the Cedar Springs leading scorer. 5 for Ivan Winters, 4 for Mitch Mativa, 4 apiece for Kyle Jarash and Gerald Brownell, 2 each for Jackson Dines, Ryan West, and Cassius Heiss, and 1 point for Blake Shear. South Christian tonight, 3 players in double figures, 2 of them seniors. Peter Veldhuisen led the way with 16. Jack Skurr, another senior, added 15. Carson Viss chipped in 10. Jake DeHaan had 8. That was joined by Jake Vermas with 8. Third senior, Caden Oltman, with 7. Nate Brinks had 4, and then also 8 from Sam Maidendorp. All totals 76-43. South Christian triumph here tonight. Team-wise, Sailors lit it up from the field tonight, Jeff.
They sure did. South Christian, on 54 field goal attempts, shot a blazing 61%. They had 18 turnovers. They really need to figure that thing out as they go on to this next round of games in the tournament. Cedar Springs, on the other hand, shot 68 shots and only made 22%. They only had 12 turnovers. South Christian out-rebounded them 38-25. So South Christian overall had a good game other than just trying to figure out how to not have as many turnovers.
And that'll be a critical point. They're going to have to clean that up because when you play Grand Rapids Christian, or if they were able to get by them and meet Unity Christian or Catholic Central in the regionals, you cannot cough it up that many times. And Jeff Mings knows that. He's just got to have his team crisp and sharp as they slide towards the state tournament here coming up in just another week or so. Time now for our Village Custom Interiors Sailor of the Game. You got a lot to choose from. My only caveat is you better pick a senior.
And I'm going to Peter Veldhuisen. We're going to give him player of the game, scored 16 points. Just did a really, really nice job out there on his last time on this court.
He did. He was aggressive. He came to play and have fun on his senior night, and so did Skur and Oltman. It's just fun to watch 3 guys close out their home careers here and know that they did it in fine fashion and a romping win, no less. All right, that'll do it for tonight. Tim Chenoweth was alongside for the season, keeping all the stats. Thanks to Tim for another great job tonight and all season long. Jeff, great to have you with us.
Thank you.
Back for your 2021-22 game tonight. And I also want to thank Brock Conkle, executive producer of Michigan Sports Radio, David Kuhl, and Todd Scrotenborough. Appreciate their help all season long with their production help with both the guys and the girls games. And on the coaches side, Kim Legg on the ladies' side with so much information for us throughout this year, and of course Jeff Mings on the guys' side as well. All the different people that, as you said earlier, make South Christian basketball so special with both the boys and the girls. Just a family atmosphere here that never goes away. And whether you played here 2 years ago or 3 years ago or 30 years ago, you walk into the gym and you just feel like you're still part of it, and feel that every Friday night here with both the boys and the girls. So that'll do it. Once again, the final score. South Christian 76, Cedar Springs 43. Sailors move on, face East Kentwood next week before the state tournament. Girls tip off their state tournament activity on Wednesday. 76-43 the final. So long, everybody. Have a wonderful weekend.